I'm Jaya Priyanka, working as an assistant professor in Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Bharat Institute of Higher Education and Research. I'm going to handle the course Web Security on topic Substitution Cipher. What is web security? Web security defines to be the protective measures and protocols that organizations adopt to protect the organization from cyber criminals and threats that use the web channel. Web security is critical to business continuity and to protecting data, users, and companies from risk. Web security gateway. This is somewhat related to the web security threats to protect the organizations against online threats by monitoring and filtering internet traffic in real time and blocking traffic deemed to be suspicious, malicious, or outside of policy. Mimecast Web Security functions as a web security gateway, enabling access to many websites and blocking access to inappropriate sites. So what is cryptography? In web security, we are going to see about the cryptography. Cryptography is the study of secure communications techniques that allow only the sender and intended recipient of a message to view its content. So crypt means hidden, graphy means writing. So cryptography is nothing but it's a secure way of communication. What we are sending. So A sending the message to B means only B can view the respective message. So that is called a cryptography. Cryptography is the study of secure communication techniques that allow only the sender and intended recipient of a message. Sender is A and the recipient of a message is B. Only they can view the content, what they are sending. So that is called a hidden writing, cryptography. Before moving on to the substitution cipher, we'll see some of the recent attacks in the year of 2020. So the year 2020 has become remarkable in many ways, especially when it comes to the surge in cyber attacks. The COVID-19 pandemic has given an unprecedented opportunity to cyber attackers to hack and break down the organizations and IT infrastructure. Nowadays, we are working from home. So this can be adopted by such organization has been attributed to the rise of cyber attack. Nowadays, cyber attackers have come up with the innovative ideas to set a new trend in phishing and ransomware attack, IoT attack. According to a security research firm, 81 global firms from 81 countries reported data breaches in the first half of 2020 alone. So what are the 5 attacks? Software AG ransomware attack. The second largest software vendor in Germany and the 7th largest in Europe, Software AG, has been reportedly hit by a ransomware attack in October 2020. Then Soprasteria ransomware attack. Then about the Telegram hijack. Then Safer Shav malware attack. Carnival Corporation data breach. These are the world's largest attack that can be happened in the year of 2020. Then moving on to what is cipher. Cipher, also called encryption algorithms or system for encrypting and decrypting data. A cipher converts the original message called plain text to ciphertext using a key. So here, before moving on to these things, we have to know the basic definition for these terms. What is encryption, decryption, plain text, and ciphertext? So, what is encryption? Encryption is nothing but the plain text we are sending can be encrypted into some ciphertext. That is called the encryption. We are encrypting the data. we are sending A, B, C means that can be encrypted to F is at 0 like that. So you can't understand the encrypting message. That is called the encryption. This can be happened in the sender side, and decrypting data can be processed in the receiver side. They're getting the ciphertext. That ciphertext can be converted to a plain text, the original message what the sender has sent. So this is called the encryption and decryption. So the main difference between the encryption and decryption is plain text to ciphertext is encryption that can be happen in the sender side, and the decrypting data is ciphertext to plain text that can be happen in the destination, the receiver side. Then about the plain text ciphertext. Plain text is the original message, ciphertext is the encrypted or encrypted message. So key means key is nothing but some codes that can be used for encrypting or decrypting the data. So A, B, C, take the previous example, that can be converted to C, D, E. So A can be converted to C. So moving suffix 2 letters. So the key is 2. A converted to C. B converted to D. Like that means it's moving 2 letters backwards. So the code is 2. Key is 2. We are using here. That is the key. Key is nothing but that can be used for encrypting and decrypting the data. So ciphers also called as encryption algorithms or system for encrypting and decrypting data. So cipher converts the original message called plain text into ciphertext using a key. Then apart from this, we are having 4 principles of cryptography. First one is the encryption, authentication, integrity, and non-repudiation. So what is the encryption? You all know what is encryption. Encrypting the data, converting the original message into a ciphertext. Then about the authentication. Authentication is nothing but trustworthy or confidential. We are very confident that we received the message from this person only. So it just verify the proof where the origin of data has came. So this is called the authentication. Then about the integrity. Integrity is nothing but the way of communication path. So A is sending the message to B. The midway of the communication path, our message was not altered in any way. We are receiving the same message as the sender has sent. So this is called the integrity. And non-repudiation is nothing but same like a integrity. Same like a integrity where the message came from. We know who is the sender. How we can prove this is the message came from that person only using the digital signature. So in the online transaction, they will transact the money using the digital signature. Then he or she can't deny that the message or the transaction has not made by them. So that is called the non-repudiation. These are the 4 basic principles of cryptography: encryption, authentication, integrity, and non-repudiation. So then asymmetric key algorithms or cipher use a different key for encryption, decryption. Symmetric key algorithms or ciphers use a different key for encryption and decryption. So here symmetric key uses a same key for encryption and decryption. Asymmetric means that uses a different key. So in the sender side, they will use some code. In the receiver side, they will use a different code for the encrypting and decrypting the data. For symmetric key algorithm, they are using the same key for encryption and decryption. So these are the basic things we have to know about the cipher. Then there are different kinds of cipher. Some of the ciphers are substitution cipher, block cipher, stream cipher, and the transposition cipher. In the transposition cipher, we will have many types. We'll see in the next section. So now we are going to see about the substitution cipher. So this block and stream cipher is nothing but just a one-line explanation. The substitution cipher, we are having the example, how the process is happened. So substitution cipher. In a substitution cipher, any character of plain text from the given fixed set of characters is substituted by some other character from the same set depending on a key. So based on the key, any character of plain text from a given fixed set of characters. You are giving some word apple means from that the apple is a plain text that can be converted to the ciphertext based on the codes. For example, the shift of 1. Already we saw a small example ABC can be converted to so CDE is like that. We saw one example using the shift of 2. That is a forwarding 2 letters. So here with the shift of 1 means you have to move 1 letter forward. So A would be replaced by B. A plus 1 is nothing but B. B plus 1 is nothing but C. So C can be converted to D, D to E and so on. So with the shift of 1 means you have to move 1 letter forward. This is called a substitution cipher. We are replacing 1 letter for the original letter depending on the key. So what is the special case here means? Special case of substitution cipher is known as Caesar cipher, where the key is taken as 3. In the Caesar cipher, we will take the key as 3 only. So whatever may be the message, we will use the key as 3 only. That is called a Caesar cipher. We'll see the example for Caesar cipher also. Then about the mathematical representation. These things are related to the substitution cipher. The encryption can be represented using modular arithmetic by first transforming the letters into numbers according to the scheme. A is equal to 0, B 1 and Z is equal to 25. Encryption of a letter by a shift of n can be described mathematically as they have given some mathematical representation. You all know what is a substitution cipher. For substitution cipher, we allocate some key. Based on the key, we will move forward from the given letter. So for that, we have to know the places for the original alphabets. So A equal to 0, it starts from 0, B equal to 1, Z is equal to 25. Totally 26 letters are there. So they have just a given number for each and every letter. So how the encryption can be happened here? You based on the key, it will move forward. So encryption of a letter by a shift n can be described here. And so this is the mathematical representation. En of x equal to x plus n mod 26. So encryption pays with shift n. You all know this is a x is nothing but a and the key is 1 means a plus 1 is nothing but b. So why they have given mod 26 is nothing but total number of characters or alphabets. So mod 26. It is nothing but our given letter A plus 1 is nothing but B with a shift of 1 means. So our answer is B. That is the encryption. We are adding, moving forward. But in the decryption phase, the receiver will receive the ciphertext. The ciphertext can be converted to plain text. In that place, what we have to do? We have to move backward. Plus 1 means minus 1 in the decryption phase because the receiver is receiving the ciphertext. Ciphertext can be converted to plain text means we have to move backward. So Dn, decryption of x equal to x minus n mod 26. So what the example we saw A plus 1 is nothing but B in the encryption. So that B can be received by the receiver. So B minus 1 is nothing but A. The original message is A. So the message is decrypted. This is called the encryption and decryption. some representation. Here they have moved 3. So shift 3. A can be converted to D, B. B plus 3 is C, D, E. So B converted to E. C plus 3, F. So D, E, F. And so ABC can be converted to D, E, F. This is for encryption. ABC can be converted to DEF in the encryption process, and that can be sent to the receiver or else the B person. That B person receiving the messages DEF, that DEF can be converted to again ABC using the decryption process. That is nothing but X minus N mod 26. So D minus 3 is nothing but A. C, B, A. E minus 3 is D, C, B. F minus 3 is E, D, C. So our original message is ABC. That can be decrypted in the receiver side. So this is the process that can be happen while sending one message from A to B. So encryption and decryption process. This is for high security person. So if some person hacking the message in the midway path of the communication, they will receive only the ciphertext. He or she can't understand anything from the ciphertext. Only the plain text is the original message. Using the key only, we can encrypt or decrypt the message. Unless he or she having the key, he can't able to retrieve the message. It's very difficult process. So this is again one example. I'm studying data encryption. This is the plain text message sending to the person B. A sending the message to person B. What's the message? I'm studying data encryption. So key 4. So key 4 means I plus 4. J, K, L, M. So A plus 4 is B, C, D, E. So you have to move forward 4 letters to get the ciphertext. So key, the sender used is 4. So I plus 4, A plus 4, M plus 4, S plus 4, T and so on up to N plus 4. This is the ciphertext. This ciphertext can be sent to the person B. So the person B will receive the messages M, E, Q, W, X, Y, H, C, M, or K, H, E, X, E, then something. Again, this can be converted to plain text. How the receiver will convert the ciphertext to the plain text? Using the decryption process. Decryption process is nothing but X minus N of mod 26. So the key is 4. And the sender will send the key 4. So M minus 4 is I, E minus 4 is A, Q minus 4. We have to move backward 4 letters. So using this way, the receiver will convert the ciphertext to the plain text. So using the key 4, the alphabets can be converted to the ciphertext. So A plus 4 is E, B plus 4 is F. So plus 4 means the sequence of letters will come E, F, G, H up to Z, then A, B, C, D. So W plus 4 is X, Y, Z, A. So A, B, C, D. So this is they have given for key 4. Key 5 means A will become F. And so this is the plain text to the ciphertext process. Then again the ciphertext can be converted to plain text using the key 4. But moving in the backward direction, X minus N mod 26. So this is the description of the encryption and decryption process happened in the substitution cipher. Substitution cipher is nothing but in the name itself we are having substitution. So we are substituting one letter instead of the original letter based on the key. So this is called the substitution cipher. Algorithm for substitution cipher. Input is nothing but a string of both lower and uppercase letter called plain text. So we are giving the plain text, a string of both lower and uppercase letter. That is the original message. Then an integer denoting the required key. So we are having key. How many letters we have to move forward in the encryption process? That's we are having. That is the key. So a string of both lower and uppercase letters called plain text. That is the input, the original message, and the integer denoting the required key. Key is nothing but some codes, some value we are having to perform the operation. That is the key. So these two are the inputs for the substitution cipher. Then what's the procedure? First, we have to create a list of all the characters. Create a dictionary to store the substitution of all characters. First, what are the characters you are having in the plain text? We have to just denote. Then for each and every alphabet, we are having some number position. We have to write the places for each and every alphabet. Then we have to create a dictionary to store the substitution of all characters. For each character, transform of the given character as per the rule, depending on whether we are encrypting or decrypting the text. So encrypting and decrypting. Encrypting can be happen in the sender side and the receiver will process the decrypting of the message. So we are storing the substitution. For A, we are going to using the key. We are moving 2 letters forward means A can be converted to C. So we have to store that in a dictionary. Then we have to transform all the characters. So based on whether we are encrypting or decrypting the message. So encrypting is nothing but we are moving forward. Decrypting means we are moving backward. So x plus n mod 26 is encrypting the message. Decrypting means x minus n mod 26. So this is the transformation for encrypting and decrypting the message. Print the new string generated. So we are encrypting the message means A can be key to A can be converted to C. So C can be printed. For decrypting the message, C minus 2 B A. So A can be printed. So this is the encrypting and decrypting process for the substitution cipher. So input what we are giving is a string of both lower and uppercase letter called plain text. That is our original message. Then the integer denoting the required key. So the key is nothing but we are going to perform the operation based on the key. These two things are the input. Then the procedure is creating the list of all characters. We are creating one list with all the characters using the number position. Then create a dictionary to store the substitution of all characters. Based on the key, we will know the substitution of the original letter. So we have to create one dictionary to store all the substitution of all the characters given as a message. Then for each character, transform the given character as per the rule, depending on whether we are encrypting or decrypting the text. So we are encrypting the text means what we have to do? X plus n mod 26. So decrypting means x minus n mod 26. X plus n means we are moving forward based on the key value. Decrypting means we are moving backward based on the key value. So this is called the encryption and decryption process. So after encryption, we will print the string. After decryption, we will print the text. So this is the procedure and input for the substitution cipher. So this is the algorithm. Then about the Caesar cipher. As I already told, Caesar cipher is the special case that we are using the key value as 3. So that is called the Caesar cipher. Caesar cipher is the method in which each letter in the alphabet is rotated by 3 letters. So defaultly they will use only the 3 position moving forward and backward. That is called the Caesar cipher. A, B, C, D, they have given the alphabet up to Z. Then moving 3 characters forward means A plus 3, B, C, D. So D. So B plus 3 is E. So it will go on up to Z. Then X plus 3 is Y, Z, then our first letter A. Then Y plus 3, Z, A, B. Then Z plus 3 is C. So this is the encrypting message. This is the plain text to the cipher text for the Caesar cipher. This is the special case in the substitution cipher. By default, we will use only the 3 letters moving backward or forward. So they have given one example, attack at dawn. Encrypting and decrypting process for the Caesar cipher. So our plain text is nothing but attack at dawn. This is the original message that can be converted to cipher text using the Caesar cipher. So Caesar cipher algorithm we are using to convert the original message to the cipher text. So A plus 3, B, C, D, T plus 3, W. So again W, then A plus 3, D, C plus 3, F, K plus 3, N, A plus 3, D again, then T, W, D, G, A plus 3, B, C, D. So D, then W is nothing but Y, N. Instead of N, we are replacing Q. So based on the key value 3, the plain text can be converted to cipher text. This is the encryption process X plus N mod 26 using the key value 3. Why we are using key value 3? Because this is a Caesar cipher algorithm we are using for encryption process. So by default, we have to use only the key 3. So plain message attack at dawn can be converted to cipher text. So this cipher text can be received by the receiver. So if some attacker attacking the message, the thefting message from in the midway path of the communication means he or she will get the ciphertext only. By looking into this, he can't understand anything. It's a difficult process to retrieve the message based on the key. If the key value is small means he will try to get the message. If the key value is too length means he or she not able to retrieve the message easily. So in the decryption process, the ciphertext can be converted to plain text using X minus N mod 26. We are moving backward using the key value. So here the key value is 3. D minus 3 is A. W minus 3, T. W minus 3 is T again. Then D minus 3, C, A. Then F to C, N to K. Then that can be came from DW. Like that, we have to convert the ciphertext to the plain text using the key value 3, but we have to move backward. So this is the Caesar cipher algorithm that can be used to the substitution cipher, encryption and decryption process using the key 3. Then about the block cipher. Block cipher takes a block of plain text bits and generates a block of ciphertext bits, generally of same size. The size of block is fixed in the given scheme. The choice of block size does not directly affect the strength of the encryption scheme. The strength of the cipher depends on the key length. So what is the block cipher? Block cipher is nothing but we are encrypting one message or decrypting the message. So block means at a time we are going to just encrypting or decrypting the message. That is the block cipher. For example, I'm studying about web security. That's the message. Sending from sender to receiver means the sender encrypt the message. I'm studying the subject web security. So this can be at a time can be converted to a ciphertext. As a block, the whole sentence can be converted in a process to a ciphertext that can be received by the receiver. That ciphertext can be converted to plain text. The same encryption and decryption process can be happened here, but the message can be converted as a whole. At a time, the whole sentence or whole paragraph can be converted as a block to a ciphertext. Again, the ciphertext can be converted to a plain text. This is called a block cipher. So we are giving block of plain text and the encryption process can be happen here. To block of ciphertext, we are using some key to convert the plain text to the ciphertext. Then about the stream cipher. Stream cipher is a method of encrypting text to produce ciphertext in which a cryptographic key and algorithm are applied to each binary digit in a data stream, one bit at a time. So in the previous thing, block cipher, we just converted the plain text to the ciphertext as a whole. Here, stream cipher means S can be converted T or E M. First stream can be first converted, then cipher can be converted. Like that, each and every bit can be or byte can be converted to a ciphertext is called a stream cipher. So plain text can be converted to ciphertext, and that ciphertext can be converted to plain text using key stream generator. We are giving the D key. Based on the key, the plain text can be converted to ciphertext again to a plain text in the receiver side. This is the encryption process and decryption process. For example, take the same example. I am saying the subject web security means the THE can be converted, then like that each bit or byte can be converted to a cipher text. Then ciphertext again converted to plain text as a bit or byte. This is the encryption process and the decryption process used in the stream cipher. But in the block cipher, we are giving some statement or sentence that as a whole can be converted to ciphertext in the encryption process, and the ciphertext can be converted to plain text in the decryption process. So these are the three types of cipher. First one is the substitution cipher. We are substituting one character instead of the original character based on the key value. In the encryption process, we are using that X plus N mod 26. In the decryption, X minus N mod 26. Then about the block cipher, we are converting the original message as a block, as a whole to a ciphertext, and the ciphertext as a whole to a plain text. This is the encryption process and decryption process. Here also we are using the key. Based on the key only, we are converting the message. Then at last about the stream cipher. Stream cipher is nothing but a same encryption and decryption process based on the key value, but bitwise or bytewise it can be converted to ciphertext or else to a plain text in the decryption process, plain text to the ciphertext in the encryption process. This is also based on the key value only. So these are the three types of ciphers: stream, block, and the substitution cipher. Thank you.